Hi guys, welcome back. Look who I have with me today. Finally. Oh, it's been quite some time. If you guys watched my last mukbang, you all know that we have been sick, but we're starting to be on the more of the men's side of being sick. So yeah. But today we are going to do the long-awaited month Q&A. So yes, so yeah. But also, for our mukbang, since we already had dinner, and I'm like, oh crap, we need to figure out something to do to share with you guys. And I have never did a dessert. It's just a small dessert, but we're going to be doing a lot of talking, so I figured we got some chocolate cake. So grab a chair, grab you a dessert, or if you don't want to have a dessert, grab a drink. Or if you don't want to have a drink, you can grab something to eat on the savory side. So yes, let's get to, right? All right, let's try this cake, and then we'll get right into the questions that you wonderful people have asked. You gotta cut me off a piece. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is like my favorite.
What's your favorite cake? I'm a lemon cake kind of guy.
You like lemon? I like lemon too. But I don't eat too many desserts.
That's my favorite.
So.
If I have to have an all-time favorite, that would be it. Lemon Supreme cake. But chocolate is definitely up there. Right under a German chocolate.
Also, I have a Mountain Dew Zero to drink. Because you know when you have something really sweet, you gotta have something to drink. Usually milk, but I didn't want milk. I should have, but...
This is sugar-free, right?
Correct. It's sugar-free, guys.
I couldn't even tell.
No, you can't tell.
Good, what? Very good.
The cake is sugar-free, and the icing is sugar-free, so, yeah.
She said I was sweet enough already.
Alright guys, let's get into this Q&A. I have about 6 questions here. So it's kind of a little short one, but you know, gotta start from somewhere, so yes. First question. How long have we been married? Would you like to answer that one or me?
We're married? Oh.
Well,
Just kidding.
I mean...
This July would make 15 years.
15 years, yep.
2006 we got married.
Yep, and we were dating 2.5 years before we got married. So yeah. He proposed to me on New Year's night of 2006.
She said yes.
And of course, I said yes. And that July 8th of that same year, we got married. We said our vows and got married. In a church. And
Next thing you know.
then 9 months later, I had my first boy.
Honeymoon baby.
Yes.
Shout out to Isaiah. Meeting your chocolate cake. He only probably understands the joke behind that. But he watches this guy on YouTube. Mike, I can't remember the last name. But he's a storyteller. And when he eats the chocolate cake in his story, he's like, yum. So he's gonna laugh when he sees this.
Excuse me, guys.
So
Dude, don't get me
when
laughing,
he
then I'll
watches this
start
video,
coughing.
he's gonna start laughing.
Yeah. It's this old man on YouTube.
Yeah, he's
Nothing against old men, but
thank goodness, because that'd be a trope.
It's
I'm
my
on it.
kids like sit there and they're like glued
He
to
watches
this
the
old
same
man.
video over and over and over. It's all about the chocolate cake story.
Mhm.
And I wish I knew his last name, but first name's Michael, but he's a storyteller. And he's been on there for years, I guess.
Mhm.
Tells children's stories and poems and stuff like that.
Yes.
He tells about chocolate cake. But anyway, back to Q&A.
We can go on and on, but anyway, like he said, back to Q&A. The next question is, how did me, which is me, and my husband meet?
A family reunion. No, just kidding.
Dear. No, me and my husband met in church.
Yeah.
This man right here, we started dating. I was, what? How old was I?
Well, let's just say when we got married, I was 28. You were 18.
I was 18, yeah. So yeah,
You turned 19 that year, I think.
that September.
There was 9 years difference between us.
Yeah. But we met in church, and yeah, I was going to church since 2000, and then we got married in 2006. So I knew him for 6 years, and then yeah, we became man and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Wife and husband, I mean, yeah. But yeah, so we met in church, and
Good place to meet
that was where
people. That's
we
your
met.
family too, because your stepmother is a sister to my aunt. So there's so we joke about the family reunion thing, but really, actually, it's only through marriage. So
Yeah,
count.
it's a small world. It's a small world. I mean,
But church is where we actually met each other.
yes,
Yeah.
the house of the Lord. So yeah. Yep.
And I was attracted to her eyes.
I was just attracted to everything. This is a big thing for me. I love men with goatees.
Well, I think I was better looking.
Not every man. I mean, they have to be attracted everywhere else, but this is like a big thing in his eyes, and he's just pretty.
Well, I was at the time.
He still is. I'm not a jealous
Still
woman.
is.
I'm not a jealous woman, so if any of you women out there think my husband is a good-looking guy, go right ahead and comment, because I'm not a jealous woman. But anyway, let's get back to the Q&A. Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve, Mr. Morton? Let's do what is our biggest pet peeve for each other here.
Currently,
Yeah.
because there's like been pet peeves through the years. But
Excuse me.
when you said there's been pet peeves through the years, but
Yes.
like some are not
Yes.
pet peeves anymore. But like you
Here,
learn to
have
live with
another
things.
bite.
You learn to live with certain things, and then it's no longer a pet peeve anymore. But currently,
Excuse me.
pet peeve. Why don't you go first?
Mm-mm.
Oh, me? Okay. Well,
You go first. The man goes first, right? I'm giving you that opportunity, so you better take it.
she always. I got this closet door.
Oh,
Her
Lord.
bedroom. And I keep a lot of important stuff in this closet. Or at least it's important to me anyway. And I try to keep the door open so that the heat from the house will get into this closet so it don't get too cold.
Tell them
in
the
it.
reason why, though. Tell them the reason why, the main reason why you want that closet door open, so the heat will get in there.
I said I like important things in there.
Yeah, what's so important?
Oh, lots of stuff. There's photographs, memory sticks,
Mm-hmm.
CDs.
CDs. My husband is a big CD fiend.
CDs you can't get anymore.
Well, you can still get CDs.
No, but you can't get these particular CDs.
Well, that's true, but still.
So like some people collect records and some people download their music, I'm all CDs. I got downloaded music too, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It gets so freezing cold in that closet, but anyway, every day I try to like open it up and keep it like heated.
Mm-hmm.
She shuts it.
It's just a habit. I can't stand doors to be open unless, you're going in and out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got a little bit OCD or something, but...
Back in the past, she used to put the toilet paper on the wrong way. Now, what way do you think toilet paper goes on the roll? Does it go where you pull it down?
Oh my gosh!
Or
Now
you have to reach under it and pull
this
it?
is only one pet peeve.
How's that?
This isn't like 1,500 throughout almost 15 years of marriage. My Lord.
It's a petty pet peeve, but I'm just it's answer the question.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes.
Okay. A pet peeve of mine with him would be one of them is when I'm trying to talk to him or to ask him a question, and it's like it takes him forever to respond. Put your finger down. Put your finger down. No, you do the same thing.
You wait 10 minutes before you answer me. Like
and
I'll
you
say,
don't?
Hey, honey.
When he's, okay, no.
She likes to do this. She'll say, hey, honey, and like yell out like, hey, honey, and I'll be in another room. I'm like, what, baby? What, dear?
Hey, I'm intertwined into my mukbangs.
10 minutes later.
It's mukbang. When it's mukbang time,
dear, hello.
you better wait till mukbang time is over.
But you asked me the question. You're like, hey, honey. Or not really a question, but you're like, you yell for me like, hey, honey, and then like, you never like tell me what it is you want.
I can't help it.
But
anyway,
ahead. I'm sorry.
But anyway, when I ask him, and especially like when he's in his phone, and I'm asking him a question, he's like, hold on. Or another pet peeve, since he brought up two, I'm going to bring up two, is when I ask him if he would do something for me or something like that, or come on, hurry up, please hurry, and he decides he walks a little bit slower. Or we're out driving, and I'm like, somebody's behind you, you need to speed up a little bit, at least go the speed limit, and he slows down. I'm like, you're gonna make them mad, or they're gonna hit our rear end.
When someone's on your tail when you're driving, do you slow down? I do.
Oh Lord.
Like you all can hit.
And it bugs me because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. That would make me more aggravated.
Well, when they're right on your tail, especially if it's nighttime and they got their headlights right in your window or in your mirror, I slow down. I drop my speed, and that way they get mad enough they'll go around me.
Yeah, but
I don't want to drive for miles down the road with them shining their lights.
Have you ever thought of making other people mad? Yes.
We did. One guy got mad and followed us all the way to Walmart. I got out and I'm like, what? And they're like, they just drove off, stormed off. I'm like,
oh, there's been plenty of people like flip him off and run around him, and I'm like, he just sit there like smiling at him. I'm like,
yeah, go around me, or yeah. And one time I'm like driving in the wintertime. These people get on my tail and they're honking and they're like trying to get me to move. I'm driving slow because it's wintertime. And if you're smart enough, I'm just going to leave it at that. You don't drive in winter like you do in summertime. How many people drive the same no matter whether it's winter, whatever, comment below. But I drive safe in the winter or at night even. I drive a little slower than I do during the day or when it's nice outside. So, and people get on my tail and they're like, I'm not driving like a grandpa, but then again, I'm not also driving as fast as I normally would. So when they get on my tail, I figure you can go around me because I'm not going to get in a wreck or something just because of you feeling like you have to be in a hurry. Well, this one guy got on my tail and he's right behind me. and he's getting angry, and he's getting mad, and he's honking. He's driving around, and he's yelling. He's giving me the bird and everything. He gets down the road, and he gets into a ditch. And as I'm driving by, I watch and see if he's okay. I see he's got a cell phone, so I know he's going to get help. He's talking on the cell phone. I'm just, hello.
Yeah. That's not very nice.
No, it's not, but you know what? It was funny at the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I would have probably done the same thing, but then I would have, well, maybe I should have stopped and helped him,
Well, I knew he was okay, and I knew that he had the phone.
Even
so
though
I knew he
was the way he was.
And it wasn't like we were out in the country far from help or anything, so it was just like he was just...
Yeah.
He's cussing me, yelling at me.
Yeah.
I'm going... And then he realizes, okay, I just went in the ditch because I'm driving crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes when you do things that come, karma, it kind of bit him in the hind end a little bit, and
Yep.
it can be a bad thing. Anyway, let's move on. Number 4, this was like back in Christmas time. I got these questions, but
So that been that long?
yes, yes. I'm sorry, guys.
Ask for Q&A questions?
It's his fault. Blame him.
We've been sick.
Yeah, we've been sick and a lot's
had a
been
lot of
going
things
on.
going on.
It's been
My
it's been
mom's
hectic.
been ill, but
So, yeah.
still, we're just
But
sorry it took so long.
number 4, it says, since it's Christmas time, do you believe in spoiling your kids and going all out, buying presents, or do you show restraint when giving your kids gifts?
My kids, they're not spoiled. They appreciate what they get, and they're taught that the things that they get come from the Lord. We do tell them Santa Claus. I think my oldest one actually truly knows, that.
But he doesn't tell the others,
Yeah, but we
he allows
they'll be watching this video, so they're happy with the things they get. They're excited about what they do get. They appreciate what they do get, and I think every generation's like. It seems like I had more than what my parents had. My parents had more than what my grandparents had, and even though they had more things, I try to teach them that.
And you keep shaking the table.
Sorry, shaking the table with my arm.
It's okay.
We try to. I think kids are only kids once in life, so spoil away to a certain degree, but don't spoil to the point to where they become.
They're not thankful for what they do have, where they expect everything.
Yeah.
Don't
give them everything, but yet don't be afraid to spoil a little bit.
Yeah.
Because kids are kids one time, and when. But also teach them that what they have, to take care of what they have. Like my mom, she taught me in life to take care of what I had. And me and my brother, we took care of the things we had.
You cherished what you had.
And we were excited to get the things we got because we appreciated it, Whereas some kid might think, well, if he gets everything all the time that he wants, then he doesn't appreciate it.
True story.
And I don't know if that makes sense. What do you think, baby?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, when kids are little, they watch every little thing you do and how you react. And if like you as an adult, if all you want is everything and you're never thankful for what you have, like nothing ever satisfies yourself, then your kids are going to be that way. And I mean, it all starts at home.
Yeah.
And my kids, they might not have everything they ever want, but I mean, we do. We try to give them things they want, but we don't always, because we want them to know that there's times that mom and dad can't give them what they want and only their needs. And another thing too is with my kids, I try to teach them, when like say when one of them needs something and all I have is enough to give that one that something that they need, then my other two won't get jealous.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to teach my kids. There might be a time when mom and dad can only get this one what they need, but there'll be times when you're in that situation and you will get what you need and they won't. But we try to make it fair. Like, we buy the same amount of gifts, one might cost a little bit more than the other, but it's either what they really need or it's what they want, and we don't base it on, well, you got the most expensive gift and you got the least. No, we try to make it even amount. That way, and they enjoy what they get. So I mean, yeah, we like to spoil our kids, but we also like to
spoil them in a good way.
Yeah, restrain a little bit because we don't want them to be not thankful for what they do get.
Yeah, to have that balance.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're a parent, and I mean, if you're not a parent, I mean, you have nieces or nephews, or you buy for other kids, or you buy. I mean, it's all a balancing thing. So we like to show our kids to be thankful.
We don't let nobody ever tell us how to be.
No.
I mean, we take advice,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't let other parents tell us what we're doing wrong by doing this or doing that. I don't tell other parents or how to raise their kids, and
no.
But we always taught our kids, like, we have a Christian home. We speaking of Christmas, we whether you believe this or not, this is just us answering this question and what we believe. We've always taught our children what the true meaning of Christmas is, and that the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ. And along with that, love and family and what the true meaning really is, togetherness and being thankful for one another, that, even if you didn't get anything at all, that we still have each other, and we have love. We have love in our family.
And we always try, if they don't have a gift under the tree, I always try to at least, try our best to give them, a hot meal.
Yeah.
And I mean, my kids love food, so.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that's what we always. They do get gifts.
They get a hot meal every day, but.
But I mean,
you know, I'm not missing any.
No. Well, they can already tell I don't miss any. I mean, I've had some, trolls already say that, but that's part of YouTube. But anyway, going on to the next question, because we can go on and on about this. But anyway, that was a really good question. They're all really good questions, and I love this interaction. Okay, let's go with. How does marriage work the best?
How does marriage work the best? When you communicate with each other.
Correct. Communication is the key. Being friends first.
Yeah. Be
your best friend. I mean, it doesn't have to be your best friend, but I mean,
well,
I don't know. Maybe that sounds different. Maybe that sounds.
I think what helped us out. I mean, I don't know who asked this question, but marriage advice is what it says.
Yeah, your views and opinions about how marriage works the best.
Number one, I think the most important thing to realize is that, and again, I said this before, since we're a Christian home, I'll say this again because, like I said, these are questions we're answering. This is our beliefs. This is why we think makes a marriage work.
This is our life, and yeah.
When you realize that marriage takes three, not two, it takes three. The husband, the wife, and God.
Well, when you say those vows, I mean, if you say the vows.
Yeah. when you,
I mean,
I think God being in the marriage. Okay, well, I'll just put it this way. I know what works for me, what worked for us. Um, I believe the reason why we've been together as long as we have, and why we stayed together, and why we found each other in the first place was God. I think we're soulmates. I think we were meant for one another. And a lot of people, I think they go into marriage with someone that maybe they're not the one God wants you to be with. Maybe they're not that person that God intended for you. And people, well, how do I know they're the right one? Pray. Pray that that person that you're with, be sure, 100% sure that that's the one God wants you to be with. And I think another thing is just having things in common. I mean, a lot of people get married and they don't have nothing in common. I think we've always had everything in common I can think of.
Yeah.
But communication, and never go to bed at night mad at each other. Don't ever leave the house mad at each other. Communicate with each other and let them know. And don't be afraid to be the first person to say, I'm sorry.
Correct. Don't try to wait for the other person. Well, it's their fault. They need to apologize first,
I'm
you
not
know.
gonna say I'm
It
sorry
takes the
first.
bigger person to apologize.
First,
I mean,
take pride out of the equation.
yeah.
Pride cannot be in a marriage. You got pride, it's just going to tear a marriage apart.
Or jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy, anger,
Jealousy will tear a marriage apart.
all those things.
And you need to distinguish between a lust and love when you go into a marriage.
Yep.
Are you just lustful with this person? Do you just want this person for relations? I mean,
Or do you really love that
or
person?
do you really truly love that person?
And I advise anybody to make sure before you get married that that's the one for you. What I mean is, like, if, we dated a couple years before we got married, and
2 years
we were
and a half.
best friends before we got married, because we talked to each other, we talked online to each other, we talked about each other's, she was always there to lend an ear and always had the words to say for whatever I was in.
And we're not saying that our
we
whole...
were best friends before we got married.
Yeah, we're not saying that our whole dating and our whole marriage is perfect. I mean, we have our up and downs. We have our arguments. I mean, we're human. We put our pants on like anybody else. But when you have forgiveness and you love that person and they have the same, and you communicate, and you never go to bed angry at each other, you never leave the house angry at each other, you tell each other you love each other, you show each other affection, your eyes are for that person. Not saying, we're human, if you see a pretty girl, I mean, I can't answer for him, but I mean, not that if I see a pretty girl, what I'm saying is if I see a handsome man, I mean, it's nature. I'm going to glance, and but it doesn't mean that I'm sitting there saying, oh, I wish I had that, or this or that. It's just human nature. I'm sure he says the same thing. I mean, he's a man, and I'm a woman, and, but when it comes down to it, I am yours, he is mine.
Jealousy can't be in a marriage.
And there's no jealousy. I mean, I am not jealous. I mean, I gotta admit, like, he was so drop dead gorgeous to me that
was
still is, but I'm saying and I felt so unworthy to have him, and I felt like, how does somebody love me? I mean, how does somebody want this, when he can have anybody? And I was kind of a little jealous, but I had to get out of that because the relationship wouldn't went anywhere. And it doesn't. It destroys the relationship. So you can't be jealous. But anyway, we can go on and on. If you guys want to see more of advice or anything, just let me know down below. I mean, we'll talk. You know, we're here. Okay, the last question I have, because we're like at 30 minutes right now. But anyway, the time doesn't matter to me. You know, I've been wanting to do this with you guys for so long. But anyway, number 6, what made you want to start a channel on YouTube? I guess this is for me, right? Well, I've always been interested in a YouTube channel, but I didn't know what I wanted to put out there. You know, and I didn't know for sure if I wanted to put myself out there, because I knew that once I started putting myself out there, that, you know, people always has opinions, and some of the opinions you do not want to hear. If you take those opinions and you don't just shrug them off, and you allow them to get past your ears, or unless if you take it personally, then it's going to affect you. But and so like I had to get over that, but I got interested in competitive eating, and I started watching that on YouTube all the time. But then I found mukbangs, and it first started out with like Korean mukbangs, with Korea mukbangers and everything. And then I'm like, well, I wonder if there's any American mukbangers or Canada mukbangers, people that, you know, talk and that I can, you know, understand, you know, because I didn't know Korean or anything. And I found some Canada mukbangers, and I found some American mukbangers, and I watched them continuously. I mean, you can ask my husband, I watch him every night. That's practically what I do, ain't it? Mm-hmm. It's hard for him to get me away to watch a movie or anything. But
started out with used to watch a lot of competitive eating.
Yeah, I did.
Randy Santel, people like that, and
yeah.
Then it went from that to like ASMR,
Korean
mukbangs.
Koreans, noodles. I love watching noodles, like the spicy noodles, and watching all that stuff.
Then it went to,
and then the American mukbangers and Canadian mukbangers, and I've been with them ever since. And the reason why, and then I'm like, I would love to do that. I would love to just whatever I'm eating, come with a plate of food or whatever, and sit down and in front of a camera and tell you how my day went, story times, do Q&As, maybe a little ASMR, which I'm not, you know, too great at that, but I tried one, but I mean, I just want to get on camera. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, even if it didn't grow. I mean, I would love for it to grow. I would love for this to become the most amazing thing out there for me, that I can share my life, that I can bring a smile to somebody's face, or a laugh, or just help them with advice like we have tonight, you know. Be there for people, interact with people, and do it with something that I enjoy. I mean, we all love food. I mean, it might not always be a big amount. I mean, there might be times it might be healthy food. I don't know. I mean, it's not always going to be like fast food. I do know that, because, you know, what does fast food do to you? Something you really don't want done to you. Put on a little extra pounds, which, you know, that's what all mukbangers, you know, face. Little extra pounds, or maybe not. Some are lucky not to, but yeah, I want to make a difference where I can. And if it's through a YouTube channel, if it's through a YouTube video, if it's down to a smile, that's what I want to do. And I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It's not something I dread. It's something I think about every day. I really enjoy it. You can ask my husband. It's, I love mukbangs.
She enjoys you guys.
And I enjoy you guys. I enjoy the interaction. I really do. It makes me that I have actual like friends out, you know, and you guys are just not another face in the crowd. You guys are, you know, you guys mean a lot to me, and I appreciate every one of you. It might be 100, it might be 2, it might be thousands, maybe one of these days, but each and every person counts, and I appreciate everybody. And I would do my best to be an honest person, and I would do my best to be there. Now, there might be times when I can't be there, but I'm an open book. I always said that. So if you need somebody to talk to, you know, go ahead. If you need to email me, go ahead. You got my email, my business personal email. Hopefully here soon I'll get a P.O. box, and you guys, if you want to send me something, I mean, if you don't have to. I'm just here. So yeah. But guys, that was all the questions. And if you have any more, feel free to comment down below. It's always open. I will answer your questions. But anyway, I think that's all we got today. I really enjoyed this cake.
Do you have time for a couple shout-outs?
I sure do. Who would you like to shout out?
Well, I want to shout out today. I want to shout out my buddy, Michael Miller. He has a Facebook group called Beyond Cryptids, and if you are fascinated with the unknown or paranormal or Bigfoot or things like that, just all that interesting mystery type stuff, if you're into that, go check him out on Facebook. Facebook group is called Beyond Cryptids. I'm a moderator of it, and Michael Miller, he helps admin my group, which is called Ghost of the Forest Survival and Outdoors. So if you're into outdoors, come join us. Anything outdoors, doesn't matter, you know, all that. I won't talk too long, but I also want to shout out another buddy of mine, Joseph. I hope I get your last name correctly. I've always called you Joseph Byer, but it could be Bayer, but I think it's Joseph Byer. And I want to shout you out, buddy, too. Appreciate you. And he's got if you're into the paranormal, or if you're into cryptids, things like that, he's got a couple of Facebook groups. One called Ghost Town Mafia, and the other one's called 9517 Crew Board. He also has a YouTube channel, which I'm hoping to, maybe we both can get on sometime down the road. Do a little bit of filming. His YouTube channel is called 9517 Films, and we're going to do some investigations just for fun.
That ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do a little bit of mukbang with it.
Maybe.
Never know.
So shout out
you
to
do
Michael
got to travel
Miller.
there, so.
Shout out to Michael Miller and Joseph Byer. Appreciate you guys. I think they are also subscribers to you, I think.
Yeah, they are.
I know at least one I think is. But
they are. I think Joseph Byer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so yeah. But yeah, so speaking of Michael Miller, he just messaged you.
He just sent me a message. I see it on the phone. Hey, Mike.
But yeah, so thank you all for joining us. And did you enjoy the cake today?
I did, and it was sugar-free, and I can't believe it.
It was pretty amazing. I'm kind of caked out because I'm not a big sweet person, but I thank God it was sugar-free.
It's weird how something that's sugar-free can actually be rich enough to where you can eat too much, actually. Yeah,
my tummy's like, woo, I had enough. But anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here because we're almost 40 minutes in. I think this is the longest video I've ever done, but with the Q&A, they're going to be a little long, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I really enjoyed this with you, and I enjoyed this with you, and I love you all, and thank you all for my wonderful subscribers and my new subscribers that keep subscribing. I appreciate you all, and I posted 2 of the giveaway winners already, and I still got I think 2 people to get with me for their giveaway. So if you haven't got with me, please do, and I will give you guys your giveaway. And but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I can keep rambling on. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on to notifications, and please share. If you like to share any of my videos, feel free. And thank you all, and I love you guys. Bye, guys.